Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Oren and this is another creator interview. Today I'm interviewing Kyle the Wanderer from the Nerd Realm. This was an amazing interview, so much fun, and lots of insight. Let's get right into it. Kyle the Wanderer, tell us a little about yourself and what you create today for anyone that doesn't know who you are.
Okay, well, I go by Kyle the Wanderer. My channel name is the Nerd Realm. Basically, it's just a channel for all nerdy content right now. We do Pokemon card openings. That's basically how I started the channel, with a bunch of Pokemon card stuff, because that's like a big passion of mine. And then the other thing that I started implementing later on, which I'm doing right now, is video game live streams and everything. So basically that's what it is right now on the channel: Pokemon cards and video games. But I do plan on implementing more like nerdy content, because I love so much different nerdy stuff out there.
Yeah, I share your love for all things nerdy. I do want to take you back to before 2020. I noticed you started your channel in January 2020. And I want to take you before that. Tell us a little bit about how your life looked before you started your channel, and what's that pivotal moment that you wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to start a YouTube channel?
I don't know, but well, basically my life was just, I guess, kind of average, work a 9-to-5 job, just, get by, do what I'm doing, and as for hobbies, like I said, I was always into like nerdy things. So I was always collecting Pokemon cards, like loving playing video games, just collecting toys and, watching cartoons or anime and movies and TV shows. Just loved it all. And that's basically what I did, like with my free time. And I don't know, basically before I started the channel, like a year or so before that, I was just, living my life, and I started getting more involved in watching like YouTube videos and Twitch videos and stuff. Like on my free time, I'd usually pull up videos and like multitask and stuff, like sorting out cards or anything. And I started picking up on a lot of streamers that did like other nerdy content stuff, playing video games or opening up Pokemon cards. And basically I was just watching them, and I loved like the streamers I watched. Basically, they were really engaging with the audience, and they just made it so entertaining and fun. And I really enjoyed like being a part of that and watching. And I was just thinking the whole time, like, I'm opening up these cards, like I'm playing video games myself. Why don't I just like throw up a camera and record it and live stream myself? Like I'm doing it already. Why not have a camera and a mic and see what happens? Like try to grow my own community, make new friends and all that. So basically that's kind of what started, is like just watching YouTubers and thinking, I'll do the same thing. Why not give it a try?
Awesome. So basically you just like, you took something that you already do on a daily basis, and you said, let's just stream and let's try and let's see what happens.
Yeah. Like I said, all that nerdy stuff is on like my hobbies. So I mean, I figured, why not do it? Like I always have a fun time doing it myself, and it's a lot more fun to actually interact with more people, have people there around with you too. So
yeah, I watched a bit of your shorts, of your opening shorts, and there's something so fun about like anticipating what you will look at next, because it's like you also don't know what you're going to get because you just open it.
Right. Yeah, that's part of the main draw with like any cards, like I mainly do Pokemon cards, but any like collectible cards, you open up a pack, it's kind of like gambling in a sense, because you never know what you're going to get. And it feels really good when you get those awesome pulls, like the awesome cards and everything. And they do have some value behind them too. So it's kind of cool. It's like you're doing a fun thing, you're collecting, and then I mean, you could actually trade them or sell them and get some money back, and so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. What brought you into Pokemon specifically in the first place? Like, is that something you, for years, you were collecting cards, or is that something that like you developed that hobby over time?
Well, honestly, I pretty much got into Pokemon since the beginning, since it came to the US, which I actually like looked it up because it's been so long. I was trying to get my dates right and like what came first and stuff. So basically what happened is the Pokemon show, like everything started in Japan first, but the Pokemon show came out to America in September 7th, 1998. So
that's
basically
my birthday. Wow.
Really?
Not 98, but
right.
September 7th.
There you go. That's the anniversary of the America release of Pokemon show. So that's cool. But yeah, basically I started watching Pokemon first because that's the first thing that came. I honestly don't remember how I even like started watching it. I don't know. Like I was younger. I was just starting to go into middle school, and basically I watched like all the cartoons, like Saturday morning cartoons or whatever. I'm always getting up before school, like watching cartoons, waiting for the bus. And so there's probably like advertisements, trailers, commercials and stuff for it. Cause I do remember like when it first came on, like I was hooked, and it ended up, the time frame, it was funny because it ended up coming out in the morning. Like they would release it on weekdays, and it was at a time frame where like I just started going to middle school. Like I just came out of elementary, and elementary for us, they started like an hour later than the middle school. So once I went to middle school, I had to go like an hour earlier, and I had to leave my house to go to the bus right when the Pokemon show would come on. So I was always disappointed, but I ended up like recording episodes with like the VHS tapes and everything. So I'd record it so I'd be able to watch it later. But yeah, I just got hooked on the Pokemon show, and then it was later that month, September 28th, 1998. That's when the Game Boy games, Pokemon Red and Blue, came out. And I don't exactly know when I bought a game, because honestly, I'm in middle school. I don't have like revenue or anything, but somehow I managed to purchase it. I don't know how or when, but I got one of them. I think I got the blue version, and like that hooked me in the games. And then like January 9th, 1999 is when the Pokemon cards came to America, and like got into that. Me and my friends were all collecting Pokemon cards and playing against each other. In the beginning, we didn't know what we were doing. Like we didn't really know the rules, but we'd make up our own games, have battle royales with them and stuff. And yeah, it was just a huge craze. Like I was in it for life. Like I was hooked. Games, shows, cards. I even collected the toys, and I just never like dropped that passion of being in love with the world of Pokemon, really.
Wow, that's so good. It's inspiring. That's I have a similar experience with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay,
yeah. I'm in my 30s right now, and I also used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I didn't collect them. I'm not collecting them anymore, but I still have my collection. And it's so funny to me that those like experiences go with us for so long, because even today I still check news about like new Yu-Gi-Oh shows that come out and in Japanese and stuff. Yeah, that's so cool. Amazing.
Yeah, I actually was into Yu-Gi-Oh for a little bit too. Like when that came out, like I loved the show. I watched the first couple seasons or whatever with the original characters, and then I collected some of the cards too. I still have all my old cards, like the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magicians, all that stuff. And me and my friends used to play like in high school. We'd have like a study hall class, and most of the time we didn't have anything to do, so we just sat there and played Yu-Gi-Oh against each other.
Yeah, it's a long game. Like you either 4,000, 8,000 life points. It's pretty good. So you mentioned that you started like moving into more video game streams and stuff like that, when you primarily had Pokemon content.
Right.
What was the decision making behind like branching out into more varied type content?
Well, so the thing was, originally when I envisioned like what I wanted to do with my YouTube channel and everything, I actually made an intro video that kind of laid out the plans. And basically, my idea for it was I wanted to start with Pokemon cards because I was heavily involved with the Pokemon cards at that time, buying booster boxes and stuff. And I wanted to try my hand at editing videos, like creating edit videos and stuff. And like, granted, I'm learning everything as I go. Like, I had no experience at all really with anything. I basically watched YouTube video tutorials and just trial and error, jumped in, messed around. That's usually how I figure things out, is just by messing around. And so I originally wanted to start off with Pokemon content, edit those videos and throw those up there, and like try to get more experience and skill, and like get a better understanding on how like YouTube works and all that stuff. And basically the next phase that I always planned on doing was eventually doing video game live streams. And I wasn't ready to get to that point when I started the channel. I didn't have like all the equipment either, like capture cards and everything. And I didn't want to like overwhelm myself with trying to learn so many different things at once. Like, it was enough just trying to learn how to edit. And so basically my thinking was do the edited videos, see how that goes. And then when I get to a point where I feel comfortable enough to evolve the channel into live streams and try my hand and all that, figure all the technicalities and everything. So it wasn't until a year or so later, like April 20th, 2021 was my first live stream. I did a Let's Go EV playthrough. And so that was basically like a test stream. I wanted to test everything out, make sure that audio was working, video was working, everything was working. And that went well. And then after that, I started doing like the new Pokemon Snap playthrough. Like, that game just dropped and I wanted to be ready to do that because I love Pokemon Snap originally, and I really wanted to start off doing something new and fun, like a new game and everything. And so I did that. And then the other thing that I haven't implemented yet, but I plan to do it soon, hopefully this summer I might start doing, is I wanted to introduce like tabletop gaming and everything onto the channel as well. Like, I love painting miniatures. I have a ton of miniatures and everything. So I wanted to do, my plan is to do like content based around that, where I have like before and after little short clips and stuff, like the miniatures not painted, and they like rotate, and then they show the painted form, and maybe make some like speed up videos of like the painting and process and stuff. And then like, I would love to do like live streams, like get some group of friends together and play some tabletop gaming and live stream stuff like that. So those were the three main aspects: Pokemon, video games, and then tabletop. So I haven't got to tabletop yet, but that's what I plan on doing next.
That's cool. Can you expand a little bit about what does it mean that you want to do tabletop, like D&D or other stuff? Yeah,
like basically like D&D stuff, but with miniatures. So like Pathfinder, you ever hear of that? Yeah. It's so basically, yeah, we'll have like a game board type of thing down, or a drawn map, and then we'll have like little miniatures to represent our characters and represent the monsters and stuff and move them around. And so it's D&D, but with actual miniatures involved type of thing.
Nice. What was the inspiration behind that? If you have any, like, or it's just like popped into your mind?
It's just more of another side of me, like another passion. It's more of the nerdiness that I like to enjoy. Like, I love RPGs in general, like video game RPGs, fantasy. I'm like heavily involved in like fantasy stuff, dragons, like all that. Yeah, I'm a big nerd, like Lord of the Rings stuff, like everything. So like, again, like this whole channel basically is just revolving around my hobbies and my passions, like nerdy stuff. I just want to share that with people and have other people that share the same love to come and join me and like make new friends and, you know, hang out and just enjoy the same things together. So like, I always thought that was really cool, and like that was another hobby that I was doing on the side. So it's something I wanted to record and throw up on the channel as well. Like, I'm always down to, like, after I get to the tabletop point, I would always love to expand even more, like maybe make some more different nerdy content stuff, because I mean, name anything nerdy, I'm basically gonna like it, like comic books, Marvel, all that stuff. So
that's amazing. A lot of my audience is in love with TTRPG shows, like they mentioned 20, Critical Role, all of those. Sharing your love for TTRPG is going to be amazing, so please do. And I would love to share and view and watch and support, and that's amazing.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll get there. Like I said, this summer I'm going to try to start rolling out some stuff, like edited videos and stuff first, and then hopefully we can get to that live stream phase.
I have another question for you about your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are, simply put, amazing. And I wanted to ask, was that something that you learned, like how to work your way through titles and thumbnails for YouTube, or is that like something that you just started doing out of the blue? Because your thumbnails are working very good.
Oh, well, thanks. Honestly, for the most part, I always try to do a little bit of research and everything, take a look at what other people are doing and kind of like what seems to work or what looks good, and for people I enjoy and stuff. And so basically I've just been kind of like taking inspiration from other people that I tend to watch or follow around, and I try to keep them like more simple, like with, say, like video game live streams and stuff. I find that I tend to put like the cover art of the game on there, and just slap my face on there. Everyone seems to put their face on there, so you kind of get like a general idea of like, oh, this is the person that's playing that game. And just try to keep it more simple, more or less, because that seems to be the way that thumbnails are working nowadays. Like, simple is better. And also to have something stand out to where people recognize it, like they can see it without reading the title, and they kind of get the general idea of what's going on. But yeah, basically I've just been trying my own thing and just trying to take inspiration off of others.
That's a very good strategy, because once you put your face on a thumbnail, people don't even need to look at the title. Once they like connect with you and they know who you are, they just click because they know it's a video from you.
Right.
Yeah, so that's very good. I noticed that you multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
Yep.
What was like behind the decision making behind that? Do you prefer to focus on both platforms at once, or is that like a reach thing?
Generally, everything I do, like I do a lot of trying to broaden my reach and everything. Basically with YouTube and Twitch, I like to focus on those channels because, for one, YouTube generally never started as a live streaming platform. It's more video based and everything, and it's still more video based, but it is implementing new features, try to roll out and trying to compete with Twitch. Like right now they're trying to add like a rating function, and they're also doing the gifted memberships and stuff, which Twitch already has all those things. And then Twitch, that was made for a live streaming platform. So both platforms are big and great and a good way to grow. And I just figured it'd be kind of negative on my part. Like, it wouldn't be a good idea to just only focus on one if I don't have to. Like, why not broaden my horizons and try to reach out to different platforms? Because some people prefer only Twitch, some people prefer only YouTube, and if I'm streaming on both, then I can capture a bigger audience and grow the community even more, get more eyes, get more like nerdy people around whatever platform they prefer, they can watch it on. So basically that was my whole thinking. Just trying to grow the whole nerd realm community all together. And yeah.
Okay. I mean, you would have like to think sometime at the future, you will have to think about Twitch affiliate status or Twitch partner status. And I think Twitch partnership prevents you from you need exclusivity on Twitch. So that would be a decision you will have to make if you want to stay with only Twitch or not be partnered and then keep going everywhere.
Yeah, that's definitely something I would think about once, if we ever get to that point, you know.
Yeah.
Right now I'm affiliated, but not to that partner status or anything.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about your channel in the present day. How has your channel changed your life right now? I mean, you already have I noticed you have a merch store, Patreon, all of those links in your bio, which is great. It's amazing to see you expand and all that. Would you say that your content, your platform has made things better in terms of making this your full-time thing?
Yeah, like in ways that this has changed it definitely, for one, it's made my life more enjoyable, more happy. I love doing this. It's awesome to have something any hobbies or passions that you enjoy doing, that you get fulfillment out of, and just generally improves my mood, makes me better, more happy. And just I always have an artistic side to me. I used to draw a lot growing up, and I won some art contests and everything, and I used to be involved with painting and stuff, painting ceramics, painting pictures. I always had this artsy side. I haven't drawn in a while now, but I try to put some of my artistic skills in the tabletop miniatures and everything. And then the whole creation of videos, editing, that's still kind of an art style too with it, trying to edit and trying to learn new things, new transitions, and like you said with the thumbnails, and trying to make it look good. And so there's always some type of little creativeness to it, and I really enjoy that. And like I said before, just getting fulfillment out of seeing people enjoy your content, something I created and they like it or enjoy it, or live streaming and they like what I'm doing with it, the little stream deck clips, or the engagement, the alerts and everything. And it always feels really good when people enjoy and like what you're doing, and you enjoy it and like what you're doing yourself. So yeah, this whole thing has been really fun, and I just want to keep on doing it and keep on growing and see where it can go and where it can take me, basically.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Okay, I have a curious question for you. I noticed on your channel that you have shorts before shorts became official in 2021. How did that happen? Did you I would say did you become a beta tester of shorts somehow?
Well, honestly, the way that kind of worked out was YouTube was kind of getting the word out, because TikTok was taking off more. So YouTube's basically strategy was to compete with TikTok and implement their shorts. And they started talking about that, how they were going to be rolling out the short feature. And basically a lot of the Pokemon card community were jumping on that, because the requirements is you got to make a minute or less video, and then have it a phone ratio and all that. And that was a really good way to open up a pack real quick and under a minute, and you have a short content, you get to see what you pull, because I already did Pokemon cards as it was, usually in longer formats. but a lot of the Pokemon community were like jumping on that and testing it out. And I was talking and communicate with a lot of other people, other similar content creators, and they were trying it out too. And for a minute, I was like kind of hesitant to do that. Like I was like, oh, I don't know, like that's cool and all, but I kind of like doing my, bigger format where I just open up one product or whatever, make a big video type of thing. But then eventually I was seeing like this thing is kind of like taking off. A lot of people enjoy, because people like TikTok's blowing up. So people like bite-sized clips and on the go type of things. So I just kind of dived into there. And before YouTube actually like rolled it out, they had ways that you could kind of be a part of like the beta or whatever by using like the hashtag shorts and stuff in your titles or descriptions, stuff like that. And so, yeah, I just went for it and just started creating some shorts and seeing how it went. And YouTube greatly pushes those out. Like not all your shorts get pushed out and stuff, but definitely like in the beginning, they were heavily trying to push it out because they want to compete. And it's a good way to get more exposure and more eyes on the channel and everything, especially when YouTube's like promoting it for you. So yeah, I just started with that, saw the growth, saw new eyes coming, and just continued with it.
That's awesome. Would you say like that today, since you started doing shorts, did shorts bring more traffic and stuff to your channel specifically?
Oh yeah, definitely. They definitely brought more people. Like I have a couple shorts recently. Like say I had a Fortnite clip because I've been playing Fortnite recently, and YouTube started promoting that, and that's got like over 1,000 views within a couple days. So like that's really good. And then you usually get a couple subscribers and everything, and yeah, it just helps. It's kind of like a quick advertisement of your channel as well, because people will scroll through the shorts feed, see your video, then maybe subscribe, like it, and then they kind of get an idea of like, okay, this is what this guy likes to create. Maybe I'll go check out his channel and see what else is on there, like besides shorts, like does he do anything else? And that's definitely brought more people. Like with the shorts, I even put those on TikTok too, because I like to use every avenue I can. Like anything that's free out there, I take advantage of it. So I created the TikTok channel when I started doing shorts, and that's even brought people over from TikTok to YouTube. Like I've had people pop in like, hey, I came over from TikTok. And so it's another great way to get eyes out there, grow the audience, and show people what you're doing. So
that's amazing. You could also do reels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good tip. Segueing into talking about your audience, how did your relationship with your audience grow since you started the channel and until today? Do you see, like, I joined one of your live streams one time, and I saw that you have a pretty good like engagement and like people talking, and there's conversations going, even conversations in the chat that you're not aware of. So like talk me through how that engagement evolved over time.
So basically, like I said before, I started off just doing edited videos, so there's like really no engagement unless you're just engaging in the comments with edited videos and everything. And that was cool, but it wasn't until I started like live streaming, obviously, where we started getting some engagement. And I'm more of a reserved, like quiet type of person, honestly. Like it's not until like I'm comfortable or know somebody or whatever that I become more open and like talkative and stuff. Like you get me on certain topics and I can just talk forever, like especially nerdy stuff. But yeah, so when I started live streaming, I'm just kind of uncomfortable, and like you gotta break out of your shell type of thing, because it's kind of weird. You're sitting there talking, looking at a camera, and there's obviously people there talking to you in the chat, but you can't see them or anything. So and then you're trying to be entertaining, like engaging and everything, so you kind of like walk people through what you're doing, just like conversate out loud instead of just thinking things. You kind of like what you're thinking, you say out loud. And it's became over time, like I'm playing more video games or doing live streams of Pokemon cards, and you get more people coming in, and you just start to recognize these same people, and you get more comfortable with them, and they're talking to you and engaging with you, and you just like start creating more of like a familiarity, like a bond, like you understand who they are, like you get to know them better, and they're kind of just like friends hanging out, and they just have regular conversations. It's a lot easier to talk to them, especially when they share the same passion of what's going on, like whether they like the games that we're playing or they like the Pokemon cards and they do the same things. And it's just, I've always been trying to grow it and be more engaging as I go. Like the more I get comfortable with it and the more that I learn things I can implement, like there's so much more that I want to implement with the live streams on Twitch and YouTube that I haven't done yet, like because for one, there's never enough time, but I'm slowly getting there. Like with the Stream Deck, I love the fact that I invested in the Stream Deck. Like if you live stream, I would highly recommend anyone to invest in a Stream Deck because there's so much things you can do with it. I haven't even utilized it to its full potential yet, but just doing like the nerd clips, like references from shows and everything. Everybody always talks about how they love that, like just playing a quick clip of something going on, like a funny clip, and they just love that. And then I recently rolled out features where the audience can redeem their own clips. Like I have the same clips on my Stream Deck where you do like !R and then type in the command, and they basically can play a little clip in the corner of the same thing, so they can interact and have fun. So it's not just me carrying the whole stream along. They can actually participate and like make funny references and stuff like that too. And it's just a lot of fun. Like there's so much more that I want to do to implement engagement and everything.
That's amazing. Your point about the Stream Deck, I have like a phone app that I use for like moving between scenes. I don't have a Stream Deck yet, but the fact that you use the Stream Deck for doing like clips and stuff, that's so cool. That's genius.
Yeah. I've watched some streamers that they did it a little bit different, but they could implement like other alerts and stuff to interact, like usually like donation alerts and stuff. You can customize those to have like different things pop up, different sounds, different clips. And so a lot of the streamers that I was watching, that's how I started getting some inspiration about doing that. It's like, oh, I see them doing this. It's very entertaining. People enjoy it. And I wanted to like do that as well to my stream. Like just it's all about having fun and trying to make it more entertaining. So I want to do as much of that as I possibly can.
That motivation, I think, is the biggest lesson from making nerdy content. As long as you're making it for people to have fun, I think that's like the biggest passion in the world.
Yeah.
Before I move on to my next question, I have a fan question that I wanted to drop in here. What was your first holographic Pokemon card?
Oh man, see, it's so hard to remember some things, especially when it's been like years ago. First holographic Pokemon card, jeez. The thing is, I can remember the first time I bought a jungle pack that was like the second set of Pokemon cards, because one of my favorite Pokemon was Scyther, and he was on the cover art, and I was really hoping to pull that Scyther card, and of course I didn't get it, at least not right away. But for like first holographic, I don't know, I can't even remember. Like maybe a Hitmonchan holo, because I seem to get those a lot. But I do have like the full complete base set card collection, jungle, fossil, like a lot of the older stuff I have pretty much complete. And like I can't even remember how I acquired the Charizard card I have, the base set Charizard, which is like the most famous, more valuable card. And I have one, but I can't even remember if I got it from trading or if I pulled it or not. Yeah, it's just been so long, and there's just been so much interaction. Like a lot of cards I traded, like as kids and stuff back then, the Pokemon hype was real, so everyone was walking around with folders and binders. Hey, you want to trade? What do you got? What do you got? Like, so yeah.
I think
wish I could remember.
I think we'll settle on the first card isn't important, the next card is.
Right.
What are some big lessons you learned during your content creation journey so far?
Big lessons. Well, for one, basically what I learned, at least the way I did things, is if you want to do content creation, if you want to do live stream or edited videos or anything, just kind of like jump out there and just do it. Like, don't be held back. Don't be worried about, oh, what if no one likes it, or what if I like mess things up, or what if it's like cringy or whatever. Like, honestly, going back and watching my edited videos, it's cringy. I cringe at like my stuff. Like, I'm so, because it's weird getting used to like just talking to the camera, like I said, and talking about yourself and trying to create videos to later edit and everything, especially when you don't have any skills with that or experience with that, and you're just diving into there. So yeah, it's definitely kind of cringy watching some old stuff. I'm more stiff and like kind of like nervous and everything and quiet, but just go out there and do it. Like, regardless, like, you're gonna create content, and yeah, it's probably gonna end up cringy for the first part, and you'll go back and be like, oh, that was kind of cringy, but you're gonna evolve, you're gonna grow. Like, you just keep on doing it, be persistent, and it's going to get better. And then, especially if you're open to like expanding and learning, like, just don't stay rigid, don't stay in one box. Try to like go out there and learn how to do new things, like implement new features or new things to your content, whether it be small or big or whatever, and go out there and watch video tutorials of other people doing the same things that you want to do. That's basically how I learned, is just watching others and watching a lot of video tutorials. Like, if I didn't know how to do something, Google or YouTube is your friend. So you have so much tools at your advantage. Like, take a hold of them, take advantage of them. You can do a lot of things for free too. There's a lot of free programs out there. Just jump in and mess around, and yeah, just go for it. Like, nothing's really holding you back. You don't have to have the best equipment either. You can start off with just your phone to record and everything, and just keep on going. And then when you get like maybe some more money or whatever revenue, you can afford to upgrade your setup if you want to, or whatever. Like, just go for it.
Amazing. That's a lot of wisdom in packaged in your journey there. So thanks for sharing that. That's really top notch. Okay, my last question for you is about the future. What are your goals for the future of your channel?
So like I said before, one thing that I want to implement is like the third stage of my channel that I always planned out, is the tabletop stuff. So I'm hoping that by this summer we'll get some of that going, some like little short videos of like paintings of miniatures and everything, and eventually try to get some like gameplay and live streams and stuff would be awesome. So that's like the next stage, like upcoming soon. Also, I've been thinking about another thing that I kind of want to do this summer, which I'll probably implement, is for me, like, I love a lot of older school games, because basically I was born into video games. My dad had an Atari, and so like, yeah, growing up, like, I was born right into it. Like, as soon, I don't even know how old I was, but whenever I was able to sit up and hold a controller, I was doing it, playing Atari with my dad and everything. And then my first system that I owned myself was a Super Nintendo that I got for Christmas. So I was really in love with Super Nintendo. I played a lot of games on that, and just like a lot of other games like Sega and Nintendo and retro stuff. And basically, I want to try to implement this summer, I think, is doing like an old school summer type of theme where majority of the weeks I'm going to be focusing on like old school gameplay, like Super Nintendo stuff like Zelda, Link to the Past, and like some like Donkey Kong Country 3 and just like old school stuff. So I was thinking of having like a old school summer theme, and that should be a lot of fun because I have like a big passion for like those old school games, and hopefully other people will enjoy it too. And other than that, what I'm doing right now is we got this Elite Four team up going on where it's like me and some other Pokemon content creators are teaming up, and basically we're trying to work together and help like promote and help bring our audiences more together because we share the same type of passions. Our audience likes the same things, and we're trying to give back to them and do giveaways. And basically how we want it is where we have like giveaways once a week from each channel. So there'll basically be 4 giveaways a month, and keep that going and try to grow together and help each other and give tips and all that. So we've been doing that. We just started. We got 3 members right now. We're trying to get another one, so it would actually be like an Elite Four team up thing, and that's been going pretty good, pretty well. We're getting new audience, and it's a good way to give back to the community too, because they support you so much. I mean, it's the least we can do is try to support them and give back to them. So that's been fun. Hopefully, we'll see where that goes and keeps on going. And other than that, I just want to keep on doing what I'm doing and expanding. Like I said, I want to implement more features, more engagement. The key is time, trying to get as much time available, because I can't, honestly, I do like this part-time. I would love to do it more full-time. We'll see how things go, if I can ever get to a point where I can just do this more full-time, and maybe even hire like an editor or something to implement more content and everything. I would love to do that because it's just so much fun creating all this stuff. So yeah, basically I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing and try to grow and see where it takes me. Hopefully we can implement more things.
I think like the first goal of every beginner content creator, myself included, is to get an editor. It feels so much time.
Right. Yeah, it would. Because a lot of people don't realize like editing can take a lot of time, depending on what you're doing. So if you keep it simple, then it's one thing. But yeah, editing it takes a lot of time. So
yeah. Well, Kyle the Wanderer, thanks so much for talking to me here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm actually humbled that you even want to interview me, you know?
Why not? I got so much wisdom from this interview. It was amazing. Where can people find you on the web after seeing this interview? Where do you want to send them?
So the main places is on YouTube, The Nerd Realm. That's what my channel is called, so you can just check that out. On Twitch, the name is a little bit different. It's actually the official Nerd Realm. So YouTube, Twitch, if you want to watch the live streams and videos, I'm on everything. You can find Linktree links on like YouTube and Twitch and stuff. So you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, like wherever. I try to spread as much as I can, trying to get the name out there, get the channel out there, and grow that community. So there's plenty of places to find me.